Hello folks, fellow YouTubers and friends. This is the Savonius that we had on the test trailer outside, and we had a two-piece 1-inch solid shaft rod down for an axle through the center, but the thing is it wasn't long enough to go top to bottom, so we joined it together with a piece of PVC pipe, and I don't think that was our problem. The problem is when the winds got up to about 25-30 miles an hour, it got to rocking and shaking back and forth big time. So we took it apart thinking we were going to balance it, and well, we put a piece of 3/4 inch conduit into it, the EMT conduit, thin wall, and we couldn't seem to get it to balance out right. So I said to heck with it, went back up to Denton to Fulton Metals and bought a 10-foot piece of solid 1-inch diameter shaft rod. And by the way, the 10-foot piece that cost $18, so that's $1.80 a foot. Came back here and got to looking and thinking and said to heck with it, so I took the rod and took it over to a machinist buddy of mine, and anyway, I had him cut the rod down to 3'6" and 6'6", and then put it on a lathe and turn the ends to where they would fit these bearings perfectly, and it's a beautiful fit. He does great work, he really does. So anyway, we got these pillow block bearings here, right? Okay, and they are really good. They cost $17.50 a piece, and I've got a dozen of them. So anyway, we're hoping we can get her balanced out. Daniel Brown, my newest lab assistant, is outside with the welding machine on the trailer. He didn't want to smoke up the shop and have to work in here too. So anyway, he's making a platform to mount these two. So I'm going to turn the camera off for a bit and walk out there to show you what all he's doing. Now, he's not completely done yet, so take that in consideration. Okay, there's the frame that Daniel's building, and the pillow block bearings go right on the top there. And with those holes in, we put bolts in it, or C-clamp vice grips, whatever. So it's almost finished. He's going to have to put a bar going across the bottom, right down here. He's going to have to put another one over there on the other side, and she'll be ready to go. All right.
How much this? Yep, just like that. Like that? Okay. Now, did you leave yourself enough room to pick this one up and put it up there? Don't move it. It's a longer distance.
Wait, you asked me for the distance. No, wait a minute. I gotta get underneath. That's why I'm gonna go your way.
All right, you get underneath.
Okay, I'm underneath. Bang on. Here's some tape away. Like that?
Is the tape over there?
Folks,
Yes.
the wheel weights that we put on these two to balance them out, we put them on temporary with that aluminum tape, duct tape, but it's aluminum because it's real sticky. But we did that just so that we could change them out and get the right weights on it. Now Daniel Brown is pulling the tape off, and he's going to take a battery pack drill and put a screw in it. That way they won't come off when they're turning around in the air. Okay, as soon as he gets that done, we're going to move over here to this one. I'm going to show you how I balanced out those two. And this rack that Daniel built for me to balance these things, it is 3 times better than I thought it was going to be. I mean, it is doing a great job. The bars that connect the two ends at the bottom here and on the other side, what we've decided to do is, after we get this one built, we're going to build one that's going to be 18 foot high. So what we have is 2 barrels cut in half, then welded end to end with sections. So each section will be 6 foot instead of 3 foot, and we're going to have 3 sections just like this one. So it'll be 18 foot high. And that was Daniel. There he is. Very photogenic. All right. Anyway, let me turn this thing off. I'll get Ron over here. He's going to act as cameraman today, and that way I don't have to keep getting up and turning the camera on and off. Okay, let me turn it off to get back down there, and then I'm going to show you how I balance these things. All right.
You're on, Boomer.
Thank you. Okay, folks, what we've done is we've spun it several times, and judging from the knots in the plywood, it's pretty much stopping in the same place every time. So we're going to, but it rocks back and forth. So we're going to lay our pencil right here on this metal and make us a little mark. If I can get the pencil to right. Okay, as I turn this, Daniel, could you put me a better lid on that pencil, please? Oh, you got your own. Okay. All right, folks, here we go. We're going to see what she does. I'm going to turn her gently first. I mean, with very little effort, it'll make 2-3 turns before it starts rocking back and forth or it comes to a stop. These bearings are excellent, especially since Ron and I greased them the other day. When we first started with the first one, we were getting all kinds of erratic stops on it, but then Ron reminded me they're brand spanking new bearings. Okay, now see how she's rocking back? Okay. The more times it rocks back and forth, the closer to balanced it is. So, we'll see what happens. Stopping in the exact same spot, right there. And it came up, well, it came up to almost halfway. So I'm thinking one of the wheel weights, Daniel, about that long. That's what I put on one of them. And it came out almost perfect.
2 3/4.
Okay.
Or do you want a 3?
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, give me the 3 first. Now we're using the aluminum tape to fasten them down. That way if we have to change it, if it's too much or too little and we have to change it, we can just simply pull the aluminum tape off. And then once we do get it true, then we take it down and put it in a position where Daniel can take the tape off and put drywall screws in it. Okay? Alright, so what I want to do is look down on the axle, the shaft, and try to get it as close to center of that axle as I can, lined up and down. This aluminum tape works great. I mean, it is so sticky, I honestly believe it would stick to grease. I mean, it is unreal. Okay, let's give her another shot and see what happens.
No reverse motion.
Yes, it did. It backed up 1/8 of an inch. Just 1/8 of an inch, but that's really close. But it stopped in different spots. So we're going to try it again and see what happens.
We're going to spin again.
It didn't stop it down here. It stopped way over here. There's my mark right there. I don't know if you can see that on the camera.
Now it's resting easy. I saw no back
Backed up
motion.
1/8 of an inch. That is so close. I'm gonna go a little bit faster, see if I can I can stop it somewhere around in here. Because it stopped. This is where it stopped before we put the weight. After we put the weight on, it stopped here. I screwed up. I pulled it with almost the same force, but just a hair more, and therefore it stopped up here. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this on the camera, but that's the mark right there. I think we got this one, Daniel. One-shot deal.
Well, I ain't never.
See, easy rest. I don't see it going backwards at all. 1/8 of an inch.
I can see it.
Blind man Boomer can see it if it's moving then.
That's right.
I meant that in all the respect in the world, Mr. Boomer.
Folks, what Daniel's talking about, at my age, I'm blind in my right eye from a BB gun when I was 9 years old. And at my age, I'm growing cataracts in my left eye. But my Medicare Plan B, which actually pays the doctor, doesn't kick in until July the 1st of this year. So I have to wait another 4 months before I can get my eyes
There's an
fixed.
easy rest.
There it is.
To me.
See it back up?
Yeah, only an
eighth
eighth of an inch.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, it ain't settled.
Oh, it hadn't settled?
Nope, it ain't settled.
Yeah, maybe a quarter. Look, and Dan has
I have the answer.
What?
a small piece of metal.
Maybe the weight of 1 or 2 screws would probably do it. All right, which one?
You know what? You're right.
Yeah, the screws would make the difference.
Daniel, stand right here. I'll slide the chair back and eyeball it up and put it right there.
You want it on the outside or the inside?
Wait a minute, wait a minute, no. Something ain't right, because when it was over here, it tried to back up. An eighth of an inch. Over here, it's trying to back up. And we're turning in the same direction.
So,
No, that probably, let me try one more time then.
all right, try it one more time.
You didn't ring them holes too big, did you? Okay, I'll
I-
really tight.
I had to take a piece of wood and beat it in.
Yeah, us leaving these barrels outside for several weeks and it raining on them 2 or 3 times, the plywood has warped a little bit, but that doesn't scare me because we're gonna actually screw the plywoods together. And it's 5/8 thick plywood, so once you'll have at least 1 1/4 inch of plywood between each set of
Okay,
barrels.
that's resting.
Now it's stopping
Wait a
over.
minute, don't move.
Okay.
It didn't move
It's
backwards.
still moving. 2 screws at the very bottom will do it.
No, this is the heavy part.
Okay?
Put your screws up here, right there. Put 2 screws on the inside and don't let them come out of the wood.
I won't. I'll put them in the wood.
Okay. I mean, I don't want them out on this side.
Get off me. Tell my mama. No, you know what? That don't work too much anymore. When I tell somebody I'm gonna tell my mama,
Really?
I tell my sister.
Oh man. Well, they can kick some butt now, I'll tell you. If I was single and Tony was single, I'd try to get her as a girlfriend. Just take her to a bar, pick a fight with some guy, watch her whip his ass. I did that when I was in high school.
What? Watch my sister whip
No,
somebody's
no,
ass.
we had this girl. She was real masculine, but she was a nice looking girl. She was just big boned, and she loved to fight. And she didn't like fighting girls because they fight sissified. I mean, she'd get in the bar, she'd throw up her guard, and knock down, drag out, boy. Whew. I'd take her to a bar when she turned 18. I'd take her to a bar, pick a fight with some dude. I'd always make sure.
Okay, we're slowing down here.
And just watch her kick his
Speed
butt.
up your joke. Slow down the.
Where's my mark?
There it is.
Oh, up here.
It settles.
Stop.
I hadn't
Stop
seen it
cold.
come back.
Stop.
Cold.
We're balanced.
We're cool, man.
Here we go again. Just for good old.
Man, just looking at these barrels and stuff makes me want to go out and buy a John Deere tractor.
I told you how I got that color, didn't I?
Blade of grass.
Yeah, a wide blade of grass right out of my yard.
It's
Took it to Home
true.
Depot, they put
I
it on
went to
the
Home
computer and
Depot
passed
with
it.
him when he did it.
Yeah, Ron was with me.
I believe him, but yes, I know that you took a blade of grass to get that green, but where'd the yellow come from?
Oh, we
The
didn't
snow?
have any more. We didn't have more green, and I wanted to paint this to seal the wood, but it's
Gotcha.
been out in the weather for a while. I need to paint it again, and I think this time I will paint it with the John Deere greens. But the paint is mainly to seal the wood, and that is an exterior oil-based paint, so that's what I need to seal it
Right,
properly.
right.
Okay, we're slowing down here now.
Yes, 311.
We're coming down.
All right, here's a mark right here. The last time it stopped here. the time
Okay,
before
and
that.
he's not actually touching it. You see, it's coming to rest at balance. There it is.
It backed up an eighth of an inch. Didn't it?
I don't.
Didn't do it a while ago.
No, I think it was a 1/16 of an inch.
All right, I'm gonna try.
I think you're so
We'll try
damn
something
close. That's what can you do?
As
It's
long as it
made
don't
of
warp the
wood.
shaft. When it's spinning in the air or
All
something.
right, I stopped it down here and it didn't move.
There you go. Gonna go one more lap.
Okay,
Okay,
cut.
Boomer,
No
the
matter
weight,
where I
the weight you just taped on is right there.
stop. All right.
It's at the very bottom.
It's at the very bottom.
At the very bottom.
All right.
Now bring it back up to quarter weight. There you go.
It ain't moving. That's perfect.
Now we'll bring it to the top.
Ain't moving. That sucker is balanced. Cut.